Ian Five Ankles is with me to discuss what makes the Merseyside Derby so very special. Two stadiums separated by Stanley Park, named of course after the Spider-Man creator Stan Lee. This is known as the half and half derby, the friendly derby. It's allegedly where the half and half scarf was first invented. And we've got a lovely picture here of two fans, an Everton and a Liverpool fan, wearing the same pair of trousers. Nice to see.
No, that's ridiculous.
Ian, what is it about this game that makes it so friendly? Is it because Everton are so terrible, it's impossible to feel any animosity towards them?
Well, I think it's partly that. It's also important to remember that you don't get to choose who you support on Merseyside. It's allocated to you at birth. The midwife holds up a velvet bag full of ping pong balls and your mother will pick one out at random. So you don't know if you're going to get Everton, you could get Liverpool. If you're really unlucky, you get Tranmere Rovers.
Families are split down the middle in allegiance, of course. A ritual before the game is each family member kisses each other on the cheek 3 times before taking their seats in the opposition halves of the stadium.
Well, it used to be like that, yes, but these days the teams hate each other just like all families do.
It may be a local derby, but Everton will treat this like an away game like every other.
Yes, even though the stadia are only 8 feet apart, the Everton team will travel the 300 miles down to London by plane just to replicate the away day experience. They'll hang around in the arrivals lounge for a bit, then they'll get back on the plane up to Liverpool, and then they'll get the bus to Anfield.
A lot of Liverpool players supported Everton as a boy. Alexander-Arnold was an Evertonian, so was Adam Lallana. Will this affect their game, do you think?
It won't affect Alexander-Arnold. These days all he cares about is his assists competition with Andy Robertson. Of course, the same is true of Everton players. Theo Walcott, a lifelong Liverpool fan, if he scores, I doubt he'll celebrate, though luckily for him, he's unlikely to score.
The managers, Jurgen Klopp, got in trouble for running onto the field in this fixture last season. I mean, passion is great, but not that much passion. That is dangerous. How will they stop him running onto the field in this fixture?
Well, the FA have said they will erect a Perspex box in his technical area, Anfield, so he won't be able to get out whilst the game is in progress.
And that's going to hamper his half-time team talk.
Yes, Jordan Henderson's going to handle the half-time team talk. Klopp, who will be trapped in his Perspex box, has arranged to have a squash game with his assistant manager, so he won't be bored.
Marco Silva, on the other hand, is this his last game in charge of the club?
It might well be, yes. Even if he achieves the unlikely and beats Liverpool, it will probably only extend his time at Everton by another week, and that's not ideal. At Christmas time, you don't want to spend too long with your family, and I would argue spending the whole of December with your family is way too much.
Now, looking at Everton's lineup, I mean, surely they can get something out of this game. They can't. Look at this. This is. That is. Have they got any more players that they can put in? No, they've. This isn't Marco Silva's fault, is it, Ian? Because look at the players he's got at his disposal. This is not his fault.
I think it is his fault. He bought these players. I mean, it's right players, wrong system. David Moyes could get these players playing out of their skins, I guarantee it. He could have them ascending to the dizzy heights of, well, in Everton's case, about 7th.
The players Liverpool have are superb. Even Adam Lallana gets a go now and then. Adrian, he's back in the team after Alisson briefly forgot what penalty areas were. Will he be an able deputy, as able as he was a deputy when he deputised last Able?
He's a proper player. I mean, it's important to remember that most teams' backup keepers they're not proper footballers. They're competition winners. I mean, look at West Ham. Roberto just wrote a poem as a member of the public and suddenly he finds himself playing in the Premier League. No, Adrian, I think, is a good shot stopper, and he has the added advantage that his name looks normal, but it's pronounced in an exotic way.
Just like Alisson.
No.
If Liverpool win the title this year, just how unbearable will they be?
I think it'll be new levels of unbearability, because they don't just want to be unbearable as a one-off. They want a sustained level of unbearability for years, if not decades.
Will we see memes? Will we see banners? A commemorative cushion in the shape of Jurgen Klopp that you can hug at night?
Absolutely, yes. I'm hearing that if they win, there'll be statues of the squad on the roofs of Anfield, each side. There's an epic poem that will be chiselled in the tarmac of the M62, stretching from Manchester to Liverpool. And there's a crowdfunding scheme already in place. If they win, the Liver Bird will be projected onto the moon in perpetuity.
Good luck to Jurgen and the boys. They deserve it.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.